What's up, Eagles fans? Saquon Barkley here. Thank you guys so much once again for love and support. Every time we come home, we feel y'all energy. Go Birds.
Thank all the fans for coming out. Thanks all you guys at home supporting us. Go Birds, baby.
Had to get the win back on. I'm a little gassed right now, but hey, we got the Eagles. They had to win, baby. Fly the fly, baby. Let's get it.
My ass hurt, bro. I got hit in my ass. My teammate hit me in my ass. Excuse my language, but that hurt. I ain't gonna say no names, but me and him gonna talk tomorrow. We gotta talk this a lot. But nah, I got friendly fire in the pile. We run to the ball.
Offense wasn't good enough.
As a leader on this offense, what's kind of your approach this week in changing the result in terms of everyone, and not just you, a lot of players on offense saying that this was just not up to the offensive standard?
Putting our hair down and just going to work, doing the things we were doing and learning and growing. What are the conversations like with Jalen during a game like this, where maybe the passing game isn't everything you want it to be? Not too much conversation, honestly. I don't know.
Xavier, can you talk us through that last play, or next to last play?
I thought I caught that, and then I just watched the video. They just put the replay up. I ain't know it hit the ground. I think I made the play.
You felt like you had control before hitting the ground.
Yeah.
When you saw the replay, you still think you caught it?
No, I see. As soon as I made contact with the ground, they popped that.
It ain't no doggone tomorrow, fellas. What are you gonna bring to the doggone turn? Are you gonna bust somebody in their mouth? Are you gonna do your doggone job? Are you gonna play from your doggone chest? Are you gonna play from your heart and get everything you doggone got? Cause I'ma do that. 22.
What's up, Eagles fans? Saquon Barkley here. Thank you guys so much once again for love and support. Every time we come home, we feel y'all energy. Go Birds.
Thank all the fans for coming out. Thanks all you guys at home supporting us. Go Birds, baby.
Had to get the win back on. I'm a little gassed right now, but hey, we got the Eagles. They had to win, baby. Fly the fly, baby. Let's get it.
The back and forth nature of a game like this one, what stands out in a win like this for you guys?
Just how we found a way.
Jalen, you guys have a lot of talented players on offense, devonta, AJ, Saquon. As a quarterback in a game like this, how do you manage making sure AJ feels like he's getting enough, devonta, and obviously Saquon?
I play my role in it and how we execute, but ultimately it's about what position we put ourselves in. It's not my choice.
What did you make of the passing game today? It seemed there were some spots there. What was Carolina doing right, and where did that game kind of go in your opinion?
I think they did a good job. I think we did a bad job. That starts with me, how I execute, and ultimately, you yearn and I yearn for better synchronization amongst that. Yearn for a more complementary style of ball in a sense. Some things don't get you until it gets you, and it's been definitely been some urgency there trying to figure it out, and got to keep climbing and trying to progress in it.
Any takeaways right now?
Not at the moment.
What's holding you back?
Just the lack of synchronization there.
Jalen, that final offensive possession you had, on down to the 2-yard line. Just take us through that. It looked like you took a 9-yard sack. Could have thrown the ball away, maybe. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, delay of game. I was just assessing protection, and made a mistake I never really make in letting the clock run out, and then taking a sack. had an RPO scheme on, so I didn't want to risk the lineman being downfield, so I just took the sack. Instead of throwing the ball away, it's kind of both ends. You get kind of down both ends.
Sorry, what can you guys do better to start the games better? I mean, you guys didn't get didn't get anything going until the second quarter. I mean, what's kind of
Well, it's nothing new. That's kind of what we've done, and got to figure it out at some point.
You obviously know AJ well. When there's moments of frustration from him, what have you learned about what that means and the best way to kind of solve it?
It ain't about solving anything. Everybody has a reason to want more, and it's a fair desire of being in fullness of what we can be, because we've done it before, and just got to build, got to progress, have to find a way to come together and come in sync as a unit and play complementary ball.
You talk about things coming back and biting you. If slow starts continue, do you worry at some point that's going to come back and bite you guys?
I'm worried about, you think about both, right? Like you are where you are, but you also know what you've been through. And we know what we've been through and we've experienced, and trying to address some things so we can be better. And so we all have big goals and want to be able to, be the last team standing, but you also know that it takes what it takes in that too. So we just want to continue to pursue our best self in that, and hopefully we can find it.
On the third down scrambles that you had, was that just because they were just taking away what you had, or did you feel at that moment that's something that you needed to bring to?
No, there's not a decision just to, take off at free will. Pockets break down. As I recall, some of them I'm nearly getting sacked, and so you're just going out there and making a play and trying to will it.
When you talk about the need for synchronization on the offense, how do you get there?
I mean, you get there by everybody being on the same page and going out there and executing and, becoming in sync. We see our moments where we play at a high level, and then we see our moments where we don't. I think we just have to do what we do and we do well.
Calacatera has his first touchdown catch today, big third down throw. Can you take us through that play a little bit? Was he late into the pattern?
Yeah, it was late into the pattern. Kind of a delayed route there, a little long developing route, but he did a good job of running it, trusting it, and getting open.
Saquon getting the record, what does that mean to you? And I mean, did you know how close he was at the time when he got it?
I didn't know where it was. I figured it was coming at some point here, but that's a great accomplishment for him. I told him congratulations about it after the game, and it's a great moment for him.
Bryce Young, what message did you share to him post game? Where do you see kind of his NFL future going?
I just love love how he's been able to persevere through some of the things that he's been faced with, and like seeing him comfortable out there and playing the way he's playing. So that's encouraging for him, and I always support him and wish him nothing but the best in that.
How uncomfortable was watching him on that last drive?
I mean, not uncomfortable. He's a great player, and it rolled our way.
The notion of trying to be on the same page, is that a conversation that should be happening in week 13 of the season, or the 13th
No.
of the season? Right? And why is that the case right now?
I just say no.
Jalen, there was, I think it was the second play. It looked like AJ was open downfield. Was that designed to go to him, and what did you see?
No. I could definitely alerted him. He popped on the vision. J.C. Horn kind of fell back. Ideally you like to alert him, and corner falls off, and you high-low the flat player there, and 25 was the flat player there. He got some depth. It just took my flats.
As you look at the standard you want to play to, is it what it takes to win on a given Sunday, or what it's going to take to win in January and February?
It's a compilation of all things. You want to play to. I've already talked about that before, and talking about the standard, and then also this unsatisfaction in other areas. And you want to be at your best, but you work for it. You got to work for it. There has to be an effort there, and I think you never compromise the standard and what you set for yourself. So there are always going to be high goals and high bars and high expectations that we set for ourselves and what we want to do. But also the goal is to win, and so if you can continue to just press forward, accept where you are, be in the moment, but also yearn for more and let the unsatisfaction fuel you for more. I think that's always a fair place to be. And so, we know there's more out there for us, and we're in pursuit of trying to find it.
Take two more.
What's it going to take to get the passing game started?
Bryce, take us through that third down play where you evaded the pass rush and were able to make that first down to keep the chances on that final drive.
Yeah, just trying to do everything we can to keep the game alive. Did a great job. I got through a few reads, just trying to make a play, start the second play after that. Again, great job from the O-line. You think about running. You think it's the O-line's fault. It's not. The reason I was able to scramble was because of them, and then a great job in scramble response. Just trying to keep the game alive at that point, make a play, and did a great job of finding open space.
As a quarterback, I know you're going the second year, but have you had any conversations with Xavier just to kind of like let him know, hey, we still believe in you, we're still coming to you? He's had a couple of drops that could kind of drop his confidence. Have you guys had any conversations?
I haven't had any sort of lacking confidence, any sort of nothing like that. It's a part of the game. This is a tough game. It's a competitive field. So I know he knows I always believe in him. I always know he's going to make the next one. I always going to have faith in that. Again, I see how hard he works, the type of guy he is. He's great for us, great in the locker room. Again, it's tough. We all miss things. We all, Yeah, just make sure that I know, not reinforce it with telling him and also with showing him and demonstrating. I'm going to keep throwing him the ball. Again, I trust him in every situation. It's not going to change. So, I'm going to, obviously, there's the words of it, I believe in you, but there's going to be action behind it. Again, a great player, super bright future, and, I have all the confidence in the world in him.
Bryce, when you guys come this close again, several weeks in a row, what do you think in your mind you've got to do to push through that barrier and be on the other side?
Just execute. Just execute at the highest level. We've played, we respect the team we just played. The Eagles is a really good team. Especially when you get a team like that. We knew it was going to take everything. It was going to take execution at the highest level, and we wear that as a team, as a unit, as a group, as an entire team. We didn't get it done. It's on all of us. There's zero individuals. I look in the mirror individually, and then we all have that mindset. It's just execution. I think we know that we're comfortable in these games. We know we're comfortable in these moments. It's just finding a way, and I feel like that's the league. Find a way to win, and obviously this is a tough one, but there's no other team I'd rather be going through this with.
Bryce, Jalen Hurts kind of went through a similar stretch when he first got into the league. I was wondering, to see the success that he has right now, does it give you like a clear path? Not forget the Alabama connection, but just like the path to success. Do you see the blueprint there?
I have a ton of respect for Jalen. Obviously been with Alabama and throughout the league. I've always followed his career, how he's carried himself on and off the field. I have a ton of respect for him, for the player he is, from watching film. But be honest, I kind of just try to run my own race. Keep my head down, control what I can control, focus on that. And again, not a big external motivation guy. Again, all the respect in the world for Jalen. Amazing player, amazing person. For me, I just try to focus on being the best version of myself.
Knowing that there really isn't a consolation, but at the beginning of the season, this team wasn't competitive, but you pushed two of the top teams in the league to the brink in the last few weeks. Is there any hope in that going forward?
Like you said, there's no participation trophies, no consolation. But it does breed confidence to know that when we're Coach says it all the time. It's about us, and when we're executing, we're at our best. We're able to just focus on that. And again, it's not a consolation for today, but it gives us some stuff on film to build off of. the opportunity to identify things we're doing well, how we continue to do it, how we build off of it, and the same mindset of how we can improve on things. So I think just being in that headspace, it's good for growth, but now it's on us to make sure we actually grow and take those steps.
Everybody good?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Significance to you in your first season in this setting, the franchise?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The most important thing was getting a win, and we got to win. But being a fan of Shady's growing up and seeing the spectacular things he was able to do with the ball in his hand, and to be able to have my name mentioned with him, it definitely means a lot. But gotta give credit to the guys up front. It made my job a lot easier so far this year, and hopefully continue.
I know that Nick sometimes lets people know about recognition coming up. Did he tell you before, or did you know whenever you said it?
I knew coming into the game, but I didn't know when I said it. But I knew, I was aware, I could do it this game.
It seemed like you were pretty calm about they were chanting MVP, and you were kind of calming the crowd as you were in office. Is that like a key drive, or was kind of that?
I mean, we got to do a better job in that drive of putting the game away, not even putting our defense in that situation, and that's all of us. But yeah, I'm always appreciative of the love and support of the fans. But in that moment, just trying to stay locked in and trying to get the job done. But we didn't do that, and our defense came out, special teams first. A big punt, and put us in position. We were able to win the game. So
I'm sorry. Surviving in advance for 9 in a row. Just talk about the battle you guys had, 49th straight win, and maintaining pace with Detroit.
I mean, the focus is not maintaining pace with Detroit. It's coming out here, winning football games, and however way we got to do it. We knew it was going to be a 60-minute fight. Their record really doesn't reflect how this team's been playing. They've been playing great as of late, in some tough games. And then we wanted to get a win, and we came out with a win.
What do you think of the offense's
performance overall?
Huh?
What do you think of the offense's performance overall?
I mean, at the end of the day, we got to win. Did we leave some plays out there for sure? But that's the beauty of football. We'll go back, watch a film, and learn from it, and get ready for the Steelers.
I believe Shady posted a message on social media after you broke his record, a video message. Have you heard from him since breaking the record?
No, I haven't really got my phone yet.
What do you think is kind of like the issue, like the slow starts, the passing offense? What's kind of going on with?
I wouldn't say it's an issue. I mean, would we like to start off faster? Yeah, but I think it would be a different conversation if we were a team that started off fast and didn't finish strong. I think we'll all be having a different conversation here. So at the end of the day, the most important thing is winning football games. And are we going to continue to work on that and try to get better? Yes. I think you guys got to understand, too, that, not in an arrogant way. We're the Philadelphia Eagles, and especially on the opposite side of the ball, we have a lot of great talent. And defenses come in and do a lot of different stuff to make sure that we don't take over the game. And sometimes it's like a fight. It's like a match. You can't go out there and try to throw haymakers in the first round. You got to take what they give you, throw your jabs, set stuff up, and that's what we've been doing so far. And we've been leaning on teams and grinding teams out and getting wins.
You said Wednesday that you studied the history of the Eagles running backs. When you saw what the record was, did you think you could break it this year? Was that a goal you had?
Always. I don't. It wasn't like something like I saw Football Life on Emmett the other day, and he used to write goals down because you say it's a dream until you write it down and it becomes a goal. I never wrote the goal down to break it, but you're always aware of it, and that's how I train, and that's how I operate in the off season and camp. Because I want to be great. That's something that I want to do, and something that I believe I can do, and especially with the men and women in our facility, they make it a lot easier for me.
Are you also aware you broke one of Wilbert Montgomery's records for most 100-yard games?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
And how does that make you feel?
It feels great. It's all good. The records are great. Put a smile on your face. But season's far from over, and there's a lot of other things that we would love to accomplish. So, you go home, smile, probably give Anna, Jada, and SJ a kiss, and watch film and get ready for Steelers.
How much is Dickerson's record in your sight, I guess?
Yeah, I saw him say something to me and Derek about go get it. I think obviously that would be extremely cool to do, but at the end of the day, if it happens, it happens, and not with the mindset of, I'm scared to go try to do it. Wherever it takes to win football games, and if that's in the way of it, then that's in the way of it. And if it's not, then it doesn't matter to me. I want to win football games, and I want to do something special for the city, and I think we all know what that is.
You talked earlier this week about how you've wanted to leave a legacy everywhere you've been. I guess, what do you want that legacy to be?
Yeah, I want to be great. You know, it's kind of like, for me personally, I feel like I've done that. I did that in high school. I did that at Penn State. You know, I'm always going to have a sour taste in my mouth because I don't think I was able to do that in New York, to be honest, or the way that I would like to. So I'm thankful for the new start that I have here. And with that being said, is, you know, accomplishing things like I did today. Put my names up there and mention with the greats. And the beauty of it, there's been a lot of great running backs to come out of Philadelphia. So you just continue to trust the process, go back to the work, and stay consistent with it. And when it's all said and done, you look back and the rest speaks for itself.
Now that you broke this record, what's the next goal?
Steelers, win the game. Go on Monday, watch film, see what I can improve on. What can I do better, set up the runs. You know, we had a good day on the ground, a sneaky day. You know, wasn't sexy, I guess I would say, but got the job done. And then going against the Steelers, who I think got a win, and a really good defense and a run defense with, you know, one of the best defensive players over there. So our focus and mindset shifts to that right away after we watch film.
The word you've used most in is consistency. Does that make season-long records more important to you than single-game records?
I wouldn't say either single season or single game records are important to me. It's all part of the process. If I'm able to stay consistent, like you say, and do what I'm able to do, I'm very aware that God's blessed me with a tremendous talent and, you know, put me in a great situation here with the Philadelphia Eagles. And that was the reason why I wanted to come here, to be able to play behind those guys and be able to play with this organization, to be able to do stuff like that. So the consistency part is not focusing on single game or single season records. The consistency part is focused on how great can I be every single day. Kind of similar to the Mamba mentality, trying to be the best version of myself every single day. And it's a challenging thing to do. You know, it's easy to get caught up in, you know, what you guys are saying or what people are saying about me, but at the same time, the reason why I'm at this point and we're having this conversation is because I haven't been able to do that.
What's your mindset when, okay, you guys go down 16-14, and then the drive starts with you 11 and I think 14 were the first. Is it like, all right, let's go, I want the ball right now? I mean, what is
Yeah, of course I want the ball. We all want the ball. You know, me, AJ, Smitty, Jalen, we all have we have an extremely talented group here, and a lot of guys that have that similar mindset that we all can take over a game. But yeah, you know, just having the trust in the guys up front and trusting in Kellen and knowing that every single time that I touch the ball, it's a different feel. Like when every single time you touch the ball, you know that it's one play away or one block away or one little thing away that I can go and rip it 70, 80 yards. So just having that mindset of, you know, not being afraid of the moment and leaning on them and be able to open things up and trying to get a win.
Do you worry at all that you guys are relying too much on the run?
No, I don't think so. I know people are, you know, the theme of this week probably is going to get caught up in our passing game numbers and stuff like that, but in reality, you know, the main thing is winning football games. And however we got to do it, that's how we got to do it. And whether we're running the ball, you know, obviously we've shown that we can do that, but you know, this team was very successful before I came here too. And Jalen Hurts was an MVP candidate before I came here too. So, and AJ Brown was AJ Brown. The list goes on and on and on. So we're good at running the football. We got to stop it. And when it's time that we need to pass the ball, or sometimes it's going to be a game where we need to pass the ball, we're more than willing and capable of making it happen too.
Did you say anything to the offensive line when you broke the record?
No. A lot of guys came up to me after the game. I didn't know that. I knew I was able to break the record, but I don't know exactly when I did it. But yeah, a lot of guys came up to me and, you know, congratulated me, and that's the beauty of it. That's what really matters. It's cool to have your name there, but to do it with those guys means so much more.
Do you know that you're a step away from breaking a long run every time you're out there, or you have to wait to look at the tape?
No, I believe that. You know, that's kind of been my MO since college. Every single time I touch the ball, that I know I can break away and score a touchdown. But at the same time, I think I've learned and grown as a player that I'm not out there forcing it. I'm letting it come to me, staying within the details of the play and trusting the O-line and you know, making sure I get my shoulders squared and put myself in the best position to let my vision take over. And it's been working so far, so I got to continue to do that and not force anything.
You see CJ go down twice, come back in the game. What does this toughness mean to this defense?
Greatness, man. You know, and I don't like nobody going down because I know what type of game he plays. So thankfully he was healthy, man, to come back in.
I always worry about their safety more than anything. So bump all the toughness. Yeah, I'm glad he just healthy. He's feeling good. He was able to come back out there.
Were you battling something too?
Huh?
Were you battling something too?
No. Almost like one time Thielen hit me in the kneecap, dove at my, but he didn't try to. You know what I'm saying? Right when he did, snap. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, that was it. But I was good though. I was battling the oxygen machine. That's what I needed. I was tired.
How do you think Tristan filled in?
Huh?
How do you think Tristan filled in?
Great, man. He did his job, man. Came in and played fast, played physical. We trusted everybody in this room, man. When I went down, Isaiah stepped up. So he go down, Tristan, he stepped up. So it's a great thing by our group, man. We got a strong group that's got a lot of talent in that room, man. So we got guys that are very versatile, that can switch positions and play anywhere. So that's a good thing about our group, man. That's what makes us special.
When Nick decided to punt there, what does that say to you?
About
trusting your defense.
Oh yeah, we told him that's what we did. We about playing ball, we're in it, So we've been playing great defense, man. We should have played a lot more better, playing the ball, but but at the end of the day, we do want that pressure on the defense. So I know the offense, they do a great job at doing what they do, but we want to like the end games. I know coach like the end of the games in the offensive hands, but he believed that we could do it as well.
Can you take us through the last pass breakup?
Say again?
Last pass breakup?
Oh yeah, man, just shoot. Bryce was making a play, trying to scramble and stand the play. He's doing a great job at that. I just knew one thing about Thielen, man, playing him so long in Minnesota, that he's great at scramble drills. Just finding, keep working towards the quarterback. So I came from all the way to the other side, to run all the way to the other side. I was gassed, and I was just like, hey, he throw this ball. I'm gonna make this play over here. So thankfully I did, because one play where he scored that post ball, that was almost OD, because I was gassed. What? I was so gassed. He ran a good route. I was trying to guess wrong. But then the Lord blessed me to make another chance, make another play.
You know as well as anyone about having a short memory in this league.
Easily.
They got you maybe a few times early on. How were you able to rebound?
They already get me. Well, they got me early. They got me, 2 catches early? But other than that, yeah, I was locked in, The whole drive, I think I made a couple plays, a lot of plays. So, that's football, man. Everybody in the NFL, everybody gonna make plays, but it's about who gonna make the plays the most and who gonna be the toughest the longest. And I was the toughest the longest.
All that time against Thielen, does that help in the moment?
Yeah. I've been playing, like I said, we've been at it for a long, long time, man. Definitely at both our peaks, and I think he year 12 just as me, so he knows me very well. I know him very well, so I just try to use his strength and just take away his strengths. And I did that today with that last drive for sure, because I know his ability is to extend plays, because he got sure hands, so I just couldn't let him catch it.
To see CJ come back, it looked like it was a serious injury, and then he's back on the field. Does that give a boost to the whole defense?
It gave us the boost to the defense to let us know that he's okay. You know what I'm saying? With him being out there is a breakthrough as well, but I'm always about his safety first, man, because this game is very physical, man. I don't want to see nobody goes down, or anybody who play on any team. So to see guys that go down and come back in, I'm just thankful that they'll be able to come back and return to the game. So I'm just blessed the fact that he's healthy, came out clean, came out good, and helped us contribute to this win.
Great team win. That's a physical team. For everybody want to know, that's one of those games where you can't underestimate those type of teams. Bryce is a great quarterback, great team. Adams out there competing from Isaiah Leggett. Defense played great on that side. It's all about details and fundamentals. Just going out there and finishing the game. I remember week 2, 3? Those type of games. Cousins broke down and won the game. We just had to lock in and win the game. That's how I feel.
Do you think you did take them lightly?
No, it's a good team. In the NFL too, they understand what it takes to come in here and win. Playing pretty good on a nice little hot streak, so we got to understand how to just be us and do what we do to win the game.
How you feeling physically?
6 years in, I feel great. I'm ready to keep it going.
What happened when you, at the end there, looked like you're back?
Man, the pain of a winner, I guess. So I'm good. I just get through it, see it on Monday.
Was Joe trying to take you off the field?
I'm not coming off the field. You gotta kill me.
Was that?
Yeah, that happened. He's trying to take me out. He's trying to take me out. But it's like I said, when you want to win and just play hard for your guys, I think just going out there and just showing them that I still got it in me, regardless of how I'm feeling, it feeds off everybody else. Everybody else keeps trying to play.
In a game like this, without Reed already, did you kind of feel like you really had to get back out there?
Tristan does a good job. Andre Sam was activated this week. We was all prepared. It's just playing for each other, understanding that we're there. But him being down just showed that we still be a dominant force, And we're definitely missing him right now. We definitely can't wait for him to get back. But right now, we got to take our lumps with injuries and continue to play.
The offense was in a situation there. They could have kicked a field goal. They decided to punt. One-score game.
Put your hands in the best. Put your hands in the best defense. That's what Nick always. You guys hear the sound bite. Just put the trust in us. Don't matter what situation in the game. We learned from week 2 all the way to now. Just continue to play football, understand who we are, and uphold our identity.
What was the approach on that last drive?
Keep everything in front of you, and just he's a great quarterback, improviser. He knows how to extend the play. Just understand, you got plaster and stay on your guy. And don't give him no open looks. And he was fine on the day on his scrambles, but last drive, hold your breath and play ball.
What did you see on that deep pass to Leggett, like where he's inside the 5?
All right. To be honest with you, I misjudged the ball. If I'd have jumped, I'd pick it. But shout out to the ref. Shout out to the ref.
How much relief was in that moment?
Yeah, a lot. But I mean, it's football, bro. Things happen. Line up play next fucking play.
What do you think on plays?
I think him being a vet he is, that's what you expect, and I'm just ready for him to catch his first pick of the season. Thank you. I'm just ready for my dog to catch his first pick of the season. I'm behind him. I want to do what he got to do keep playing how he's playing, and I'm behind him 110%.
The hit early in the game for you, did that kind of start off
the
way you wanted to?
Hello. Next.
So, you said shout out to the ref there, like.
I truthfully thought he caught the ball. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. And then when he came with an incomplete ball, hit the ground, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna live another down. But I mean, I can't tell you what if he catch the ball. He dropped it, ball hit the ground. On to the next week. That's a tough team, tough win, and just continue to play.
Was the I know you're in the evaluated for a concussion in the first half. This with the second injury. Are you pouring your back a little bit?
Hurt, bro. I got hit in my. My teammate hit me in my. Excuse my language, but that hurt. I ain't gonna say no names, but me and him gonna talk tomorrow. We gotta talk this a lot. But nah, I got friendly fire in the pile. When you run to the ball, that's what expects to happen. But other than that, we're good. So take care of the body. See you on Monday.
There's nothing to look forward to as a lineman. When those guys make touchdowns and first downs, I'm living through them. So hell yeah, it makes me happy.
Do you guys kind of view them as like not just a running back award, but an offensive award or a record?
Yeah, I mean it's a combination of both. When you got a dude that can do backwards splits and jump over dudes, that helps.
How do you walk away from this game? What's the feeling?
Yeah, I don't want to be in the negative. Like I said, it's hard to win the National Football League. I've been a part of at least last season. Towards the end of the year, we had some time to go, but it wasn't going well for us. So we'll take it. Obviously, a stout Steelers team coming in. I think one of the best pass rushers in the game, T.J. Watt. Nate Herbert coming in. Nick Herbert, I should say. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough match.
When you say you don't feel great after a win.
I just felt like we didn't play complimentary ball, and we kept putting our defense. The offense kept putting the defense in shitty situations, and then making them look bad. Giving them short fields. It's just like bad ball on our part. Now there is a bright spot. The run game was still there, still efficient. Jalen scrambling was nice, especially when we weren't, it wasn't as firm as we was used to. So that was a good part to take away. But at the same time, I got a question about how's the pass game and why is it not the same? And it's because we're a little leaky right now, and we'll watch the film and go back to it tomorrow and get our corrections. And see why the communication was the way it was.
How do you correct those things?
It's got to be. You got to put your pride aside and take coaching. That is a form of accountability for the Eagles and something that we harp on a lot. So that's what we have to do. We just have to put your pride aside. You got to admit your mistake, and then learn from it. Don't repeat it. And learn from others' mistakes.
You mentioned putting the defense in a tough spot, but to see them pull it out at the end there, I'm very appreciative of that.
Very appreciative. Very appreciative. But at the same time, we were ready to go back out there on the 2-minute drive, and we had 3 timeouts left. So we're confident in ourselves to go down the field, especially with 3 timeouts, but also very confident in our defense to get that stop.
Got banged up a couple times. How much of a boost is that for the whole defense?
Yeah, it's obviously nice to have him in there, a guy that's played a lot of snaps this year, and some consistency there. And then, but if a guy goes down in this defense, it's next man up mentality, and we don't expect a dip if a guy goes down.
Bryce was able to kind of create stuff off schedule. How trying was that in this game?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row with scrambling quarterbacks, just plastering to our guys when playing that second play kind of after he gets out of the pocket, and I think we got to do a better job of that.
I don't know if you saw how far Slay had a cover on that last PBU. Did you get a good look at it?
Yeah, I was on the other side of the field as him. I'm like, what is he doing all the way over there? Again, that's just plastering to a guy. He's finding open guys that might be open and trying to make a play.
What did you think of the decision that kind of put the game on you guys when you punted from Nick? Like,
yeah, I like it. I like it because we got a great punter, a great punt team. Avonte Maddox down in it inside the 2 or whatever it was, and then we just got to get off the field in that situation. We should have been off the field in one of those first 3 plays.
We're kind of proud to see Avonte come through in that moment. He kind of had a rougher year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for everyone that gets an opportunity and that takes advantage of it.
I mean, need to be the starter and, need to make plays, need to block well. Just everything I was doing before, but, obviously got there for more than that.
You take us through your first touchdown?
Yeah, ran a little kind of a whip route, and they were in the perfect coverage. It parted like the Red Sea. It was wide open.
You looked like you were pretty jacked up after that.
Yeah, pretty fired up, to say the least. Yeah.
How do you think you played in general today?
I think I played pretty good. I haven't watched the film, but there's definitely some blocks and stuff that I want back. But overall, I think we played pretty good. We'll get in and watch it and get better from it tomorrow.
In general, the offense looked so stars in the game. Any answers coming?
No, I mean, like I said, we haven't watched the tape yet, but I was saying earlier, like, we just got to keep at it. I think we're always a play away from an explosive play, and we get those sparks and we get rolling, and things start humming for us. So we just got to keep at it, keep getting better.
I'm sorry. How did it feel to get your first touchdown?
It was awesome. Really exciting. Glad we got the win.
Xavier, can you talk us through that last play, or next to last play?
I thought I caught that, and then I just watched the video. They just put the replay up. I ain't know it hit the ground. I think I made the play.
You felt like you had control before hitting the ground.
Yeah.
When you saw the replay, you still think you caught it?
No, I see. As soon as I made contact with the ground, it popped out.
You don't handle that kind of stuff very well. How do you kind of move on from it?
You got to play better. That's all it is to it.
We've seen you make big plays. How do you just explain what happened there? You Bryce put it where he needed to?
I made a couple plays, but I got to make the ones when it matter. That was the one to win the game. I ain't make it.
As you guys were driving down the field, were you and the whole offense so confident that you were going to punch that into the end zone as you were driving?
Yeah. I feel like we had the momentum. I feel like we had 5 under us, and it just came to that last play.
Thielen said that when he gets a chance to talk to you, he's going to say, look, all of us who play this position have had critical drops.
I mean, through my whole career, man, I done had games like this. I mean, it hurt, though. With the way the season going, I feel like we're going trending in the right direction. It just kind of short.
We'll do a couple more.
Did you feel like this was a game like it could have been a real signal? You start that drive at the 3-yard line and you move down there. But did you allow yourself to think of how big a win this could have been?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, everybody felt it. Like I said, it came down that lab.
She told us a couple of weeks ago after that, I think it was the Chiefs game, that you texted Bryce that night and said, like, I'm going to make that play for you. What do you kind of tell Bryce after this one and that play at the end specifically?
Well, I ain't here. I got to take them to the chin. I got to show you down what I need to do different.
Good efforts against good teams, but just coming up a little short. I mean, I don't know, any different spin on this one?
No, just tough because we're sick of coming out on the wrong side of it, playing good football, but just not finishing the game. And we talk a lot about finish in this building. In our building, we talk about finish, and that's a big point of emphasis for us. So we got to continue to find a way to do that.
And what do you say to X after a game? He's got a couple of drops, that one at the end. What do you say to a guy just to kind of keep him?
Well, I haven't talked to him too much yet, but I'm going to talk to him because we've all been there. Played a long time, had some critical drops in my career, tough plays that didn't make. I remember going back to college of fumbling in overtime of a playoff game. So we all have it. He's a hard worker. He does things all the right way. And so we're proud of him, and he had a great game. So just keep working, and definitely we're there for him.
You want these games for all of you. How nice to have, kind of a notch in Bryce's belt to pull one of these off, and especially in a place like this.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a huge step in the right direction to finish that one off, especially some of the plays he was able to make to set us up there to give us a chance. So definitely would have been really nice for a lot of reasons, but at the end of the day, we got to find a way to finish.
You and he was finding you and others on a lot of fourth downs. I mean, pretty clutch plays, to your point.
Yeah, I think he just is starting to really just trust the system, trust what he's been able to do in his career, and just be able to play free. So that's just a good example of when it's critical situations, critical downs, that he's just kind of trusting who he can go to and making plays.
I know I got here a little later, but going for it on fourth down 5 times in this game, and times where it wasn't necessarily a necessity to show that type of trust to you guys. Like, how much does that help the huddle, help the flow of this game and the belief?
Yeah, I think you can even take it a step further. You look at the guys on the field. No one was trotting off the field like, oh shoot, we got to kick a field goal. It was no, we're ready, let's go. And I think it's just a confidence all around, in the coaches, the players, the system, in confidence in Bryce to make the right play and to be clutch. So we got to continue to hit those fourth downs and keeping our defense off.
All right. Again, just knocking on the door. Defense gets us the ball back. Felt like we were going to be 97 yards with a chance to win right there. And I think the things we talk about every week, we got to take care of the ball. We had that critical interception. They turned it into 7 points, and that ends up being kind of the flip of the game right there. And against a really good team on the road at their place, just the margin of error is so tight, especially in the NFL in general. But when you're playing an excellent team like the Eagles, we have to find a way to have that consistency all the way throughout. And that's our pursuit. That's what we're after, is to try to find a way to continue to take care of the ball and make our plays, and of course, the Eagles had another great day rushing the ball, which ended up, the time of possession ended up kind of them controlling it in that regard. So it's something, again, that we just have to continue to look at and try to shore up.
Were you told anything about the lack of a challenge on that ruled incompletion by X?
I was not.
Were you surprised that they didn't at least have New York take a look at it?
I thought that would have been the protocol, but, the ball moved around a little bit. I think we saw that. The officials saw it. We saw it on the sideline. We just thought it was close. So, but again, they'll have to look at it and go from there.
Xavier's got to catch that, right?
Absolutely. That's a big play we're counting on. And, he'd be the first one to tell you he's got to make that play. And Bryce steps up, makes a beautiful throw, in the situation, had the coverage we wanted, all that. And so those are the plays that we just got to find a way to make, for us to get back on the winning column.
I know you're a guy that if there's a player out in the field, he has to make plays, but he did have that hit early on in the game, went to the blue tent. What did you hear back about that blue tent visit and then, the decision to play him the rest of the game?
They evaluated him for a concussion. He cleared all the necessary protocols, so they were very cautious with that and felt like he could get back out there, and he did. He got back out and played, made a critical catch on a third down, to keep us alive there, and would have loved to see him make that play.
What's your message to him? I know he's a young player, and
just we're counting on him. You know, just go right to it and just let him know you're a huge part of what we're doing here. You know, and playing the X position. You know, it's you get targets. You know, and you get a lot of opportunities over there, and so just making the most of those. But full confidence in Xavier to continue to just take steps, and these are all things that we take and we learn and we grow. You know, and I truly believe we'll be in high stakes games someday, playing against great players, great teams, and we're gonna have to make those plays. You know, to become the team we want to become.
You were pretty aggressive on fourth down, a couple of fourth and shorts. Was that just your game plan going in, or you didn't want to settle for field goals? What was behind that?
Yeah, just knowing we were playing a really good offense, playing a really good team, trying to be aggressive in those areas, where we could potentially be in those fourth and manageables to try to make some of those happen and steal a possession. We felt like they were going to be able to run the ball, with some success, and we thought that if we could steal a possession or two here or there to keep us out there, to give us a chance to score points. So that was kind of the thought going in.
What did you learn about Jonathan Brooks?
They're still gathering a bunch of information. We do know that it's something going on, some pain in his knee. We're going to have to do a bunch more imaging before we can make a declaration on what's happening there.
When you see him go down on a non-contact play, do you fear that it's that ACL?
It certainly was scary for him, scary for all of us, But again, we'll collect all the information and we'll give you more as we figure that out.
Just another day for Bryce, stacking days, getting better and better. What did you learn from him this time?
Yeah, just making plays. Again, another day of being decisive. There was a nice throwaway and field goal range early on, where he the concept was covered and he made a quick decision and was able to get us to where we could get, a little bit closer in that one. And then just extending plays. There were some great effort plays by Bryce today, just getting out of, rushers or different things that were happening in the pocket, keeping his eyes down the field and finding throws. So, again, just the operation and all that stuff was great. I can do a better job of getting him plays in a little bit sooner. On a couple of those, I had to take a timeout. Those are things where I can just, if I'm between two plays, just go with his order. We know he loves certain plays. Just give it to him quicker, and we can operate there.
Dave, I know you and Scott and a lot of the leaders in the coaching staff aren't about the outside noise, but you guys were heavy underdogs in this game on paper. There weren't a lot of predictions your way by us or anybody else. For you guys to come within 6 points, I know there's no moral victories or whatever, but you guys competed at the rate of your competition. I'm just wondering, what can you take from this?
It's our expectation. Our expectation is it's going to come down to the finish, which it has, now for weeks. And we're not going to back off of that expectation. We need to find a way to win these games, find a way to close it out, And so that for us, it's always about us. It's about making our tackles, making our catches. It's about taking care of the ball. It's about making our kicks, all the things that we can control. If we can control the controllables, the plays that are supposed to be made, then it'll give us a lot more success. And that has to be the mentality of the group, okay, yes, guys, we're going to be in these games. Let's find a way to finish, and that's the urgency that we have as a group.
Injuries, JC.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at JC's groin right now. Raheem Blackshear had an injury to his chest. He was taken for more information, and he's heading back. He'll be traveling back with us. But they were looking at him. They had to be very serious when there's some type of a chest injury. That take all the precautions. Yeah, and so he's coming back to us right now, and we'll get more information once he's here.
You know if it's like a lung situation?
I don't know that. I don't know the specifics of it.
Dave, just to Mike's point, how frustrating. On one hand, I'm assuming you're encouraged by these last 3 weeks, but then to fall short in all three, how do you kind of balance your emotions in the locker room?
It's extremely frustrating, and I think that when it's so clear that we just have to make the plays that are there for us to make, then it becomes easy for me to just talk about that part of it, and the expectation, like I alluded to earlier, is the expectation is we're going to be in these games ahead or real close to it, and we need to find a way to finish, and we need to find a way to just continue to play right, do right longer than the opponent. When the opponents continue to find ways to make their plays, that's the hardest part, but there's no mysteries, so it's something clear that I can point to and challenge the group with.
When you guys broke the huddle for that see the coverage, you're like, oh, this is going to be there, and then Bryce releases it, were you thinking this is just what we were looking for?
Yeah, and it's a tribute to Bryce. It was Bryce having a play call with an option if you got a certain look, and he did all that. Came out of the huddle, saw it, did all of it, executed it, bought time, made the throw. And so it was a great collective effort to make that happen in a critical situation.
Dave, the challenge, you haven't challenged a lot of plays. What's the conversation with George when you guys are on the goal line? I mean, you did get a touchdown the next play.
Yeah.
To potentially burn a timeout, that you had 17 minutes left in the game, to burn 2 timeouts in the same drive, even if you are scoring. What was the thought process there?
Yeah, this is a really stout defense up front, and so we thought with an opportunity, it looked visually like he got in from there. There wasn't enough information for them to reverse the call in that situation, but for me, it was like, if we have a chance to get this into the end zone right now, then let's do that. And so that was what was behind that decision. But again, I would certainly love to have had another timeout there at the end, kind of slowed things down, regroup. It would have been nice to have it. We love having our timeouts in those situations, but when you got an opportunity and it looks pretty clear, I thought it was worth challenging.
Bryce has been really elusive, especially like on that third down play. Take me through that play and through your eyes and how he's progressed in that way.
Just keeping his eyes down the field and extending the play, and just like his competitive nature just coming alive in that moment, to keep it alive, make somebody miss, it's got stuff hanging all down his shirt, afterwards, but like it's just it's the passion that this whole group plays with, and Bryce is certainly a part of that, and the fight to just say, as long as we got time and downs, we got a chance, and so that part was great, and just to continue to see it show up week in and week out, it just shows the understanding and the grasp of all the things that we're doing to find guys in the.
What is your decision on to pass up the 55-yard field goal?
Yeah, win was a little bit more than people think there. We hit those 2 backed-up punts last week against Baltimore, and we did a great job of putting them backed up. Almost got a safety. Bryce Young got out of there. I thought Bryce Young did some good things, but he ended up getting out of there. But it was more about the win being a little bit more than I think that was understood. I mean, out there as far as what it was, and you could feel that, and then just just the success that we've had in this backed up or plus 50 punt game.
Going forward, there wasn't part of the.
It was 4th and 9.
You guys came away with the win, second week in a row where the passing offense, the numbers have been where they were like say last year, the year before. What do you think has to be done to correct it?
Yeah, we did the things that we needed to do to win today. We'll look at the tape. It's hard to say off the. Just watching it, but everyone's gonna have a part of that when you don't pass it the way you want to. But again, I'll have to go watch everything. But we're definitely capable of playing better and coaching better in the pass game.
It seemed like there were a couple of deep shots that were drawn up specifically for AJ. First play being one of them. Why weren't those passes?
Well, sometimes there's different reasons for each one of them, and there's everything. There's so many things that go into making a play, and so making a deep shot like that, and different reasons for each one. I'll have to go back and look at it, but again, I think we definitely we're all going to come away from this coaching, playing, and say, hey, there's things we got to do better in the pass game, but our run game was able to do some really good things. I think that's fair. The questions of our pass game right now, but how cool is it that Saquon Barkley did? What was it, Bob?
Team rushing record.
Yeah, we have a team rushing record in whatever we're in week 13. So we were able to run the ball well today. Jalen had some really good runs. Saquon obviously did a great job. Offensive line did a great job blocking, and our defense played. It was kind of that. What did they call that? Bend don't break type defense. So they got some yards and were able to move the ball. But we got some stops when we needed to in some critical moments, and interception by Chauncey, and Chauncey kept fighting through and got back into the game, and I just thought it was an unbelievable play to end the game. We talked a lot about playing for 60 minutes with relentless effort, and what do you see on the last play that's not a kneel down? You see Jalen Carter, come off the ball like a crazy man. You see Sweat put pressure on him, and then you see Slay diving to make a pass breakup. So I thought our guys, even though there were times it was ugly, it's hard to win in this league. That team's been playing a lot better week in, week out. A lot of respect for Coach Canales and the job that he's done. But our guys played their butts off for 60 minutes. That's what it's the NFL. It's tough, but our guys they played hard, and they played hard for 60 minutes, and it showed up on that last play.
What should tell your team after the game, after a game like that?
And don't, enjoy the victory. Don't be a prisoner of your expectations, and enjoy it. But we got a lot to clean up. There's no doubt about that. And so enjoy it for the night. I can enjoy it for a couple hours because I'll go home and I'll start watching it and looking at that. Those guys can enjoy it for a little bit longer because we got to get back to work tomorrow. And then it was just about getting back to, again, you got to have, I said one thing I said to him is like, remember how it feels when you lose and everything, and I think I might have said this to the coaches, and all the how much it hurts when you lose and how down you are when you lose. You got to enjoy a victory, no matter what the expectation was. My expectation was this was going to be a hard game because this is a team that keeps getting better with the Carolina Panthers, and so enjoy it and put your head down and work. And then what I said to the guys is, everybody has the will to win, and we all want to win. But are we all willing to do the things necessary that winning requires? And I think that this team does. And that's just my way of saying to them, hey, it's going to be about the work again next week going to play the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Cooper and Jay comes back in the game. It looked like late in the game, Joe Casper went to try to get him off the sideline, off the field. He said no. How many players, I'm assuming CJ might be one of them, have the autonomy to say no, I'm going to stay in the game?
Yeah, I don't know if that happened. I think what you're probably talking about is that I don't recall Cooper saying no. I don't think he did. CJ. Yeah, I don't know if that happened. I think he was trying to maybe get him. Chauncey plays every play. I don't know if it was about the injury when he was down with his, with whatever. I'm not going to get into injuries. I haven't talked to these guys yet, but I don't know if it was about that or not. Yeah, so I don't know the answer to that. I'm sorry. Respect the question, but sorry, I don't have the answer for you.
On CJ's interception, looked like to us Cooper was signaling something. It was a slot fade, I think, and CJ was over to come over. When you talk to just the young defensive backs, their ability to communicate. This time you had Tristan in there, and that's what big defenses are known for, all that zone coverage. How impressive is it that those guys can?
Yeah, they watch a lot of tape and put themselves in a lot of different scenarios, and I think you saw it with the Kobe a couple weeks ago of the interception that he had against Jacksonville and talking about, hey, I was waiting for this one, right? Well, that happens. That's so cool about the preparation that you put in all week. That happens a bunch. That happened with Zach Baun last week on a big third down stop against Baltimore. And so when those things happen and you see it, that's huge. But, we also understand that the offense is going to show you looks that they've run in the past and do something else. So it takes good playing and good recognition. And our guys, again, I thought that was really good play.
Cooper has to deal with a lot of different styles of receiver in the slot. What do you think specifically he can take away from going against Thielen today? I mean, he's been a guy in the
Yeah, gosh, man, a lot of respect for Adam Thielen. He's been respect how he got into the league, respect how he made a way for himself, respect how he's turned into one of the better receivers in the NFL. I'm a big fan of his and how he plays this game. And so, yeah, I think what he'll be able to take from that is the craftiness of him, because he finds ways to get open. And so, a lot of experience to not quite as much experience. And so, but you get an opportunity to learn from everybody you play against and learn from that. That's our job to make sure that we get better, win, lose, or draw every time we step onto the field and after every time we play and get better from it. And Coop's been doing a really good job of that, no matter who he's been going against. But a lot of respect to Adam Thielen and the career that he's put together and the game that he played today. A good player.
Are there any adjustments you tried to be able to get done with his legs when maybe the passing game isn't clicking?
Yeah, he's just a good all-around player. And so he has this ability that if, things aren't, again, like we talked about, we didn't play to our standard in the past game, but he's able to make plays different ways. That's a huge asset that he has as a quarterback. And so, man, that was a huge third down, and I think 8 that he ran and got us a huge gain. It was around midfield, got us a huge gain. It was the last play of the third quarter. Man, what a big-time play that was to help set up a scoring drive right there. And so, yeah, I mean, he just think I said what I said about him last week with, deserves to be in the MVP conversation, and I stand by that. He's done a lot of really good things, but like I said, as a whole, coaching and playing as a whole, everybody, it wasn't quite good enough in the past game. But you got to give the Carolina Panthers credit for that.
Last one. What'd you see on the legged play? Did you see it right away?
I'm sorry?
Did you see it, the legged play when he dropped it?
He had his back to me, and then the scoreboard never showed it. So I got some information from upstairs that they thought the ball hit the ground. Just like I thought it was a great call by the official. But no, they said it because sometimes you worry that maybe the official didn't see it clean, and they're going to review it. And the information I got upstairs is no, they made the right call there, and I said, damn right they did.
What was your emotions like at that point? I mean, there's 52 seconds left to play, and you've had victory snatched from the jaws before. I mean, what's going on in your mind in the sideline right now?
My mind is, okay, if he caught it, he scored a touchdown because he rolled into the end zone, and we have 3 timeouts and 52 seconds left to go. Let's go win.
All right, thanks.
They don't respect us. They don't know about our heart, man. That thing that's beating your doggone chest right now. Whatever you got today, I got to have it.